So Facebook is growing, and our family of apps is growing as well. Not only our family of apps is growing, but also the audience. So we just announced a few months ago that Facebook Blue app now reaches 2 billion people. And this number is huge, but what's interesting, and more interesting for the crowd here, is that 800 million of those folks play at least one connected game every month. So it's not only a huge audience, but it's also an audience of players. And that this is the folks we're trying to cater to. And bringing it back to our mission as a team. As a team, we're here to basically empower players and gamers to discover, play, watch, and share the games they like with the folks they care about. So that's, in the end of the day, what we're trying to do. And in order to do that, in a company that has desktop products, app products, that works across platform from console to mobile, we need to be where developers are, where users are, where gamers are. We also have to be where the conversation is happening and all the discussion that is game-related. And that's actually something we already do. Some of the pages you're seeing in the screen, from Candy Crush to Clash of Clans, League of Legends, all have a huge followership. And they are catering to those communities of gamers. But not only on pages, there's conversations about gaming. Gaming conversations happen on messaging threads, they happen on the feed, they also happen on groups. And mostly, these are some of the subjects that are very common. Recruiting for your clan, trying to figure out tips to pass the next level, sharing or bragging about your last achievement in-game. Those are the things we've been seeing, there's many more, and those conversations are already happening in Facebook. So conversations are already happening in Facebook in different contexts, from from feed to pages to groups. But what we're really trying to do this year is to try to figure out how to maximize and streamline the way those conversations happen, but that users come back to your game, are redirected and deep linked into gameplay. That's our goal, but also when they are playing both across our platforms, Instant Games, Game Room, or across your games on SDKs that you're leveraging from Facebook, that there's also an incentive for them to return back and continue the gaming conversation afterwards inside of our platform. So I mentioned platforms. I wanted to share with you a little bit more about two in specific. One of them is a PC platform, Game Room, and the other one, Instant Games on mobile. Let's start with Game Room. So Game Room is our dedicated PC gaming destination. It's a downloadable client that you can download on your Windows device, and you can access to 1,500 different games, both across native titles and also web titles that were on web games and were ported into this experience. And it's actually fairly easy to port those games using either Unity, if you develop on Unity, or via our own SDK to customize, integrate those features that you already know and social features that Facebook provide and payments, and bring those games on board into the platform. And we've been seeing that happening not only for titles that were already PC and catering to that community, but also titles that are mobile-centric, that with an experience that it's optimized, also work across desktop. So what you're seeing here is another feature that it's interesting. Game Room is not only a place to play, it's also a place to discover gaming content. You're seeing what we're surfacing here is content from your pages, content from groups, recommendations from friends, and it's basically a discovery place for game-related content. But one thing we're caring about, and we're doing better now, it's, as you see, there's a CTA in all of those units that deep links back to your game, and for users to continue that session in terms of gameplay. So all that connection is now starting, and we're really caring about making that link. Another feature, another tab within Game Room that it's interesting, it's our Watch tab. So think about it as a go-to destination for video consumption. And this is where users, where gamers, can access their favorite influencer content, their favorite games, or even friends going live and sharing it to Facebook. And just quick two case studies. One is RG Games, and the other one Pixel Toys. Both cases, they ported their games into Game Room. On the left, RG Games had a game under control developed on web, on Flash, and they ported the game into Game Room, seeing great results, both across engagement metrics and average revenue per paying user. And the same case happened exactly for Freeblade, for Warhammer 4000 Freeblade, with higher engagement, retention, and monetization. And we hope you can also bring the titles that you have and see these same metrics and this same lift in a new community that you're starting to cater to, even if you're mobile first. So now, a very exciting platform for us internally, Instant Games. It's a mobile social gaming platform that it's developed on HTML5. And HTML5, and those games that are coming on board are HTML5 first, is a technology that gives us the flexibility to cater to those users where they are. In different platforms like desktop or Android, iOS, both on the Blue app or Messenger, they can now access games that are social by nature and share those experiences with their friends. So again, I mentioned naturally social. By naturally social, what I mean is that those games are deeply integrated into the social graph of users, and also into the social, or into where the conversation happens on Messenger. And we see that happening a lot, games that are developed with social in mind, with a conversation in mind, with that context, they tend to lead to higher engagement, higher retention. So for example, a game that is played between me and one friend retain well. A solo game also retains well, but a game that is played in a Messenger thread with 2 or more friends retains even better. So that's the overall idea with the platform. So a quick few new things that have been happening on Instant Games so that I can share an update. There's rich gameplay, Games tab, and game bots, and I'm going to touch a little bit on each of them. Rich gameplay. For those that use our SDKs, that develop web games that were distributed in Facebook, you know that we have this amazing social APIs that you can grab, use, and make your games more contextual and more social. That's exactly what we also offer on Instant Games. You can leverage our sets of APIs, for example, to show a leaderboard that is more contextual, with a user profile appearing, and making it an easier call to action for users to keep engaging. The same way, what you see in the middle, in thread updates, this is, you're seeing, for example, 8-ball pool. Whenever I play my turn, my friend is reminded, even if he idles from the game and he returns after, that his turn is the next one, and he needs to play the next turn. So that's constant entry points and reminders that are social by nature. So Games tab. So if you have Messenger installed in your device, when you go to Messenger, at the bottom of the home page, there's a Games tab. When you click on that Games tab, it leads you to this awesome list of new games that are always appearing, and new titles that we're launching in Instant Games. So I highly suggest that you try it out, play with a friend or two, and see how the experience flows. Game bots. So I bet most of you already use push notifications on mobile. The idea of using push notifications for re-engagement, it's what we're building upon by bringing it to Messenger bots. So Messenger bots allow you for push notification-like re-engagement mechanics that are more rich in terms of media and context. You see, for example, a game like Everwing or Words with Friends. They use this to make it more contextual and to bring back users into gameplay with different strategies and different creatives. And that's the flexibility that the platform allows, and that we want to see other developers like you guys leverage and make really cool things happen in the platform. And there's new games coming to the platform every day. You see, for example, 2 examples. Valerian, it's an endless runner with Spill Games. It was launched, the launch was tied with the release of the movie, which was awesome. It's a really fun game and also a very good experience. So if you try it out, I bet you're gonna enjoy. Also Final Fantasy, it's our first Final Fantasy in the platform, also our first RPG, and both of them were launched within the last month. And now, from gaming platforms, I want to touch a little bit on the camera platform, our camera effects platform. And what you're seeing behind me, it's AR Studio. And AR Studio is just this tool that game designers, game artists, very simple to use, can use to create AR effects, augmented reality effects, for example, by overlaying a mask on top of the face of the user. That's just an example. There's really cool things you can do with it, and I'm going to give you 3 examples. These are folks we've been working with in the last couple of months. So from EA to Supercell to Blizzard, they've been launching this very engaging experiences that are highly shareable and using their in-game characters by bringing them to the Facebook camera. It's really cool stuff. And we're seeing a lot of interest around it, and I hope you guys also want to bring your characters to Facebook's camera. This tool allows you to do face tracking, allows you to do 3D effects, world effects, to feed data from in-game directly into the camera. So you can actually show leaderboards like you're seeing there from Mass Effect Andromeda directly on your effect. You can also leverage our APIs for live. So you know when you go live with a friend, you can react as a viewer and send emojis, hashtag, the viewership grows, and all of those metrics that we feed you with our live API can be used to change the experience itself and make it more social, more interactive. Cool. And finally, another subject that it's very important for us, which is gaming video. Facebook, as you know, is a video-first company, and we're trying also to engage communities with a medium they prefer, and video is a very engaging medium. So, just starting with some stats from last year, 2 billion people play games every month. But for me, especially, what was more interesting or more surprising is the fact that 665 million of them also watch other folks play games, which is it's a surprising number. It's increasing every month, and we want to work with all stakeholders in the field to bring those experiences to the platform. From esports to developers to entertainers or normal users and their friends, we're working with them to bring those experiences to Facebook, and we're doing it in different ways. So what you're seeing here is esports. Those are professional leagues, competitive professional leagues, and we're working with ESL, with Paladins League, G2, to bring that high production content and highly engaging content to the platform so that our gamers can have easy access to it and watch their series. The same way, we're also working with developers, both on integrations and just bringing their content to the platform. We're working with Wargaming and PUBG on bringing their awesome gameplay experiences, but also other types of game-related videos into Facebook. And also with the integrations, because we want to make it easy for users to hopefully live stream their gameplay as easy as possible into Facebook. We're also working with creators, influencers, folks like Bruno Playhard here in the bottom. He makes content that it's mostly mobile and mostly about Clash of Clans. And as you see, in that post, he's specifically using the AR effect for Clash of Clans. Above him is Stone Mountain 64, one of the most engaged influencers that we work with and that we partner. And as you see, he usually goes live playing every day PUBG and streams it to his community of followers. And we're seeing more and more folks interested in this. We also know that it's important for them to find opportunities for monetization, and we're working with them directly to figure out what are the best ones to bring on board and to provide them with those tools to create more engaging and more content for their community. So, friends, and by friends I mean normal users and their friends. What you're seeing here is a very simple way to go live playing a game. On the bottom, you're seeing an integration that we have with Blizzard to play Overwatch, where you can live stream directly from the game. At the top of the page, what you're seeing is a tool that we provide for more tech-savvy users that use other tools to stream their games to go live directly to Facebook as well. And finally, new watch tab. So we just announced, or Facebook announced not a few weeks ago, that we're launching this awesome video destination within the Facebook Blue app. And this is a place, an extra place for video consumption with a different intent. This shows videos, different videos, high productions to user-generated. And we hope, at least on the game side, that more and more game-related content appears because we know it's very engaging content. And hopefully, someday, we'll see some of your games also appearing in the Watch tab. So that's it for me. I think I'm 3 minutes early. But the idea is we're launching a lot of new platforms, a lot of new features. We hope you can take advantage of them and come on board and work with us in hopefully building the world's largest community for gamers. Thank you.